you were talking to me about Yudhishthir, and that once he wins, he says, "What is this that I'm?" You advise many business leaders also. You speak to business leaders also. This happens in business families also, right? When brothers split, when sister brother conflict, these kind of conflicts. So then the person who is left with the larger chunk of the company, the other one goes and gets the smaller chunk of the company, or whatever, or equal. They then prosper. Are they happy ultimately, or has the toll been so much that prosperity can come but sukoon nahi hai? Does that happen?
So, what I have seen, it depends, yeah. Sometimes क्या होता है that you have your fight, you feel you're not getting the right inheritance, whatever. Eventually you fight over, you get it. Now, if you are able to accept it and reconcile and help out each other, knowing that Baba at the end of the day bhai hi hai, both will prosper. We've seen that in the Reliance case, right? It was a bad
Yeah.
struggle
Correct.
that they went
Yes.
through. But now the brothers, you see, they're all always together. Mukesh Ambani has helped out Anil Ambani as well. We've seen that, right? And both are doing well. And even Anil Ambani's part is now growing and happening together. But then there are others who
Then
are
it is.
like not happy with what they have. If your concern is your growth, yeah, more than the destruction of the other, you will survive and you will thrive.
What happened to Lanka after the war? The war happened
Yeah.
there. What happened to Lanka, and what happened to Ram and Sita? That glorious romance that also went through trouble.
Yeah.
What happened to Lanka? Similarly,
Yeah.
what happened here after Mahabharat? So what happened with the two wars?
Okay, so the wars were destructive in both the cases. In Mahabharat, तो आप देखो, even the Pandavas, whatever happens, Kaurava side, तो everybody was dead, right? Only 3 warriors were alive from the Kaurava side. Kripacharya, Ashwathama and Kritvarma. Inke side, pehle there were his sons and everybody was alive, the sons of Draupadi. After Ashwathama's carnage,
उनको भी
everybody died. यहाँ पे भी the 5 brothers, Krishna, Satyaki, only they were alive. So the destruction was significant. Not just in the Kaurav Pandav family, but everybody else who had participated also, right? So destruction to tha hi. In fact, that is why when Yudhishthir is like, I don't want to be the Raja and I want to do Prashchit and I'll become a renunciate and all that, Vyasji tells him, he says, no, know what your duty is. If you think your Prashchit is running away, repentance is going away and leaving everything, that is not your Prashchit. Your Prashchit is becoming the Raja and providing sukkar not just to your people, but also all the other kingdoms which participated into this war. On either side. Sirf ye side, wo side nahi. So he suggests that you should in fact go visit all these kingdoms that have been your allies and the allies of Duryodhan. वहाँ पे appoint, because वहाँ के भी राजा सब गुजर गए. So whoever is the next in line, you make them the Raja so that they know that you are not trying to hadpo their zameen. Yeah. Make that friendly gesture. Show them that you don't want to take them away and that you want them to be independent and you are there to help them out. He says, if a male hire doesn't exist, make the woman hire. If there's a daughter, sister, mother, whatever, anoint them the Raja. Show your friendly gesture. And then support them. So he says, then you do the yagna, the Ashwamedh yagna, because Ashwamedh yagna mein kya hota hai? You do a lot of dan dharmada and everything, right? Do all of that. Call everybody. That is your dharma. Now, to ensure that whatever damage is done. But how do you rebuild the economy, the society? And that is what he does for the next 36 years.
Okay.
This is what Yudhishthir does. In Lanka, so Lanka is... Lanka mein kya hota hai? There is a lot of destruction.
Vibhishan is left over.
Obviously. But Vibhishan has come this side. By the way, can I add this one bit on Vibhishan?
Sure.
So typically, again, because मुझे लगता है Shri Ram को we just don't study him well enough. So the idea is always that why did Shri Ram take Vibhishan on his side? Sharanagat Vatsal. Yeah. Okay. Out of love that he's come to me, I cannot let him go. So he accepts Vibhishan. Yes, that is one part. But the thought process that Shri Ram has while making that decision is fantastic. Shri Ram is a Raja and a very strategic Raja, very strategic thinker. So when Vibhishan comes, And the Vanars, he tells the Vanars that I've come to seek refuge with Sri Ram. The Vanars are very scared. They run to Sri Ram and Sugriva and everybody, and they say, this guy who's come, he says he's the brother of Ravan and he's come. So first, Sri Ram consults everybody. Because at the end of the day, kiska army ladne wala hai? Vanaro ka, right? So he has to ensure that they are aligned with his decisions. So he talks to all of them and says, he's here, what do you think we should do? So Angad has a view, Hanumanji has a view, Sugriv has a view, they all have different views. Sugriv actually says that I don't think we should take him because a guy who has left his brother in need, how can we trust him at all? We should not take him. So he has this view. Hanumanji is in the view of we should take him. Some others are saying we should not take him or we should test him. So ye pura discussion chalta hai. Then Sri Ram says, oh, I think we should take him. And Sugriv is like, no, I still don't think so. Then Sri Ram says, why? He says, one, his coming here tells me that definitely there is some difference of opinion happening in Lanka, right? Which can be of benefit to us. Also, Sri Ram says, sometimes what happens between brothers is that one of them might think of the other as the enemy. Ravan might be thinking Vibhishan is the enemy because he has also heard from Hanumanji, Vibhishan's role in that whole discussion that happens when Hanumanji is in Lanka. So, so he says कि एक तो this is clear to it seems to me that उनमें difference of opinion है, which can be of advantages to us. Second, he says sometimes the biggest fear which leaders have is from their own people. So it is likely that Ravan must be thinking that Vibhishan is always opposing him, no? Or giving him different advice than what Ravan wants to do. So he must be scared of Vibhishan, and that might make Vibhishan also scared of Ravan. That Vibhishan might think that agar yuddha hota hai, Ravan will kill him, thinking of him as a mole. Hence he has come to us. There is also a chance that Vibhishan knows कि जब सुग्रीव वाली का युद्ध होता है, I killed Wali, but I did not take over Kishkindha. Who did I give it to? Sugriv. So it is very likely that he also believes that
long-term goal.
Lanka to tabah hone wala hai because they all have heard about how single-handedly Sri Ram has killed 14,000 Rakshasas in Janasthan, right? So maybe that is also in his mind. Hence, I believe we should take him. Okay, so then still Sugriv is not fully aligned with that. And then Sri Ram says, no, but I think he's come to me, so I cannot let him go. I have to accept. So that's his final word. But when Vibhishan comes and Vibhishan tells him, Sri Ram, I've left my wives and children and all that, and I've come to seek your refuge. You know what Sri Ram says? Immediately, doesn't even wait for anything. Sri Ram says, okay, akhya hi asheshena ravanasya balabalam. You tell me, without leaving out anything, tell me, balabalam, what are the strengths and weaknesses of Ravan? Why is he, if it was only Sharanagat Vatsal, only playing clean, would he ask this? But he is seeking intelligence. And for any kind of bhed or any kind of victory in war, you need intelligence. So, and he's also seeing what is going to be Vibhishan's body language. Is he comfortable sharing it? Because if he wouldn't be, then they would know, maybe he's actually a mole who's come on our side to gather our information. But Vibhishan actually shares in detail that this big is the army, यहाँ पे fortification है, यहाँ पे ये protection है, वगैरह वगैरह, Ravan ऐसा है वगैरह. And he goes on to say Ravan is also so strong. Again, Sri Ram looks at him and says, let me assure you, Vibhishan, I will kill Ravan Sabandhava with all these people who are supporting him. I will kill all of them and make you the Raja of Lanka immediately. How smart is this? You've already given him the carrot to ensure that he stays on your side. Because possibly once he goes there, he sees his people, he might become weak. But here he's like, if we win this war, you are going to be the Raja. Of course, then Vibhishan was very loyal to him. That's a different matter altogether. And having Vibhishan on their side was so helpful. Especially when Indrajit creates this whole illusion of killing Sita ji. Now, when that happens and the Vanars see Sita ji getting killed, so they come rushing to Sri Ram and they tell him कि ये हुआ है. Sri Ram collapses. he becomes unconscious. He wakes up and he's like, I don't care. I don't want to fight. What's the point of fighting this war anymore? I don't want to do anything. So he just loses it at that point. And that is when Vibhishan says, Baba, it's not possible. First, Indrajit will not kill Sita, and it is impossible that Ravan will allow this to happen. The way I see it is that Indrajit was
Mayajaal.
trying to buy time.
Okay.
Because he wants to go that जो देवी है उसका उसे यज्ञ करना है, so that he gains the strength to become invincible. So he wants to delude you guys, lead you astray, thinking that Sita ji is dead, so that you guys give up fighting and give him time to gain that strength back, get the Vardhan of the Devi and come back and finish all of you. So don't give up, and we should not even allow Indrajit to finish his yagna. Tell Lakshman to come with me, and we will go and we will disrupt his yagna right way and fight with him. That's the only way of killing him, and that is how Indrajit is killed.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.